Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Axis and Allies tournament game. And today I'll talk about my opponent who we're playing is Skiles. I don't think I've ever played him before. Let's see. Last season he placed 198 in Platinum, 6-0 in Axis, but that doesn't it doesn't really tell you a lot about him since he never got a loss last season. But never played him before, and we both got first round against each other, and I let him pick the side he wanted. He picked Axis. So let's jump into the game. Alright, so since we're going first, I'm just going to do the standard 4-2. I've experimented with other builds, and while there's some niche situations where other builds I think can be superior, I feel the 4 tanks, 2 infantry is standard for a reason. It's just very good at preventing a Caucasus stack, or sorry, a Karelia stack turn 1, unless you get unlucky in West Russia, and just has a lot of strength with those extra 2 tanks to prevent Germany from being too aggressive with their stacks. Okay. Oh, well, we're just going through the motions. I want to say thank you for all the new subscribers, and especially the commenters. I love reading the comments that you guys leave behind. Helps motivate me to put out more video content when I see people are interested, or some people have told me that it's helped their gameplay, and that's the joy that helps motivate me make these, because I certainly don't make a single dime off making YouTube videos. So thanks again, everyone. All right, got a decent West. Oh, bomber first. This guy knows his stuff. Oof. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ugh. I hate this. I think I have to go again. Ugh. Okay, well, we're off to a pretty god-awful start. We failed Ukraine, and we lost a fighter. That's not good. Not good. That's a pretty wretched start. Anything that results in less than 2 tanks in Ukraine is bad, and anything that results in anything less, oh god, losing the fighter and not captured, oh, that's really bad. This is, I usually say these are like 95% losses if the Axis plays correctly. That's why I kind of don't like playing allies as much, is the odds of getting a game-losing Russian start are just so high. I think if you get average dice as allies, the game is allied advantaged. But if you get bad dice as Russia, it's extremely Axis advantaged. And we're going to be playing catch-up here. I think I'm just going to move the AAs here because I need a little bit more bulk. Do I add more here is the question. I don't think I can. I think I just have to leave it like this. I don't want to give up Szechuan and force myself into not hitting the battleship. Oh god, I don't know what to do here. I hate these situations. Sometimes you just have to put it here and just say, They have kind of a even Steven attack here, and you just have to hope they either don't take it or you get lucky. Alright, see you guys next time for UK1. Alright, welcome back. It is UK1, and it looks like Skiles made some big moves. So he did a tank rush, which I think is absolutely the right move. And it looks like he went for the West Russia bomb because he saw that I moved the 2 AAs to protect Caucasus instead of West Russia, which is actually like an IPC negative fight. And this is something that I want to talk a little bit about. He got a great result. He got like a top 37% result. But when you get an amazing start like this, you shouldn't do this, because when you're way ahead and you do super risky attacks, like you see what he did here, just 3 subs in a cruiser to see zone 7, super high chance that that's going to blow up in your face. This IPC negative West Russia that you shouldn't even get the capture in. When you're ahead, you want to play safe, not like this. So he kind of had mixed results. He had a great Transjordan, he had a great West Russia, he had a below average C-Zone 7. It's kind of like a 50-50 on if he wins it or not. But when you're ahead, play it safe. Don't give your opponents a chance to get back in the game with kind of coin flip fights like this. That said, if you think you are playing against an opponent that is significantly more skilled than you, this is the right way to play. Because by making the game really down and dirty, reducing the number of pieces on the board, not giving a more skilled opponent the chance to come back, is usually the right choice to make, in my opinion at least. So little bit of a mixed bag here on what the right thing to do is. So that's about all I have to say on that matter. So for our first turn, I'm just going to buy an aircraft carrier since I already have a bunch of units there. I need it to round out my naval defense. I'm not going to buy a destroyer because I don't need it. And a bunch of land units. Alright, so I was thinking about it. I have a IPC positive fight here. 35% chance to capture, maybe 50% if he has anti-aircraft after infantry. But I don't think I want that because I want to kill this transport here. And I think I'm just going to take the freebies that he offers me. Norway's free. He has no planes that can reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach. This guy is I'm going to take here. I'm kind of wiffle-waffling on if I should hit that with more. I think since he's doing a tank, all-in tank rush, I think I will go against my normal creed of only hitting there with 1 infantry and instead hit with 2. Let me make sure my logistics will work out. I'm going to place artillery and 2 infantry there. I will take... Maybe I'll put 2 artillery there. That might work out. If I put 2 artillery here, that'll give me 2 infantry. Left here to do something next turn. I think that's what I'd like to do. Okay. Next, I was thinking, do I want to hit this battleship or not? Since he didn't put any units in Italy, I'm not in a super rush to kill this battleship. He could ferry units from Africa to Caucasus, but I don't really see any way I can hold Caucasus, as it is. There's really no way for me to hold it. Well, is there a way for me to hold it? That's worth pondering. So if I hit this with 2 infantry, give me a minute. I'm gonna calculate that out if I want to kill that battleship or not. Okay, I am back, and I ran the numbers on whether or not I should hit this. Turns out if I don't kill this battleship, he can take Caucasus with really good odds, actually. But it's a super IPC negative fight for him if I do decide to capture it. So capture it I will. Sending my cruiser and aircraft carrier into the blender, but hopefully it is worth it. Feels a shame to not utilize these battleship bombards, but I think this is the better way to play, to try to take some income quickly from him and set up, kill the transport and set up a little bit more for next turn rather than this turn. All right, so I think that's about all we want to do. Not a lot of suspense with these sort of fights. Wait, can he hit me in 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he certainly can. Okay, let's not tempt fate. And just so you guys know, I am sending the infantry here with sacrificing this transport for, with easy fighter. He doesn't have to even land it on an aircraft carrier. I only do that when there's 2 units or more in Transjordan. So you guys get a little thought, or background on my thought process. And the reason I do that too is I really don't want him to get a second round. If he only has 1 unit, this is usually enough to 1 round him. If not, I'd like to have a couple, extra infantry there to increase the odds that he doesn't get a round 2 on me. And to me, saving even 1 extra infantry here to defend India and trade with Germany is worth so much more than a transport that I can't do anything with for 4 or 5 turns. And not to mention, it'll probably just die there. I'll just be able to pull the aircraft carrier with it. Okay, that looks good. Same reasoning of sacrificing the aircraft carrier and cruiser to that Japanese destroyer is I'm just not likely to... It's going to take so long to get any use out of that bugger. Glad I had extra infantry. That it's probably better to just slow Japan down now, right at the start of the game, than preserve a little bit of extra equity that won't really be able to help me for a very long time. Oh, come on. Well, at least he's not hitting. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I really like it when both of them survive, because it kind of not forces, but I like to think it forces Germany to send 2 battleships here, because if he doesn't send 2 battleships, I have a 1 out of 6 chance of getting 2 hitbacks on the first round and sinking one of his ships. And if I sink a destroyer, that's really bad for him, because my subs can get up in his business, make it so his fleet can't spread out at all, or even better if I force him to buy a destroyer. Okay, this fight. Hopefully we just lose a bomber. Perfect. Alright, all according to Keikaku. This we should be able to hold Caucasus. I wonder, this guy seems like a big balls risk taker. I think I might want to put the fighter there for the extra defense. I'm a little whiffle-waffly on if that's what I want to do. I think I will put it there, because that gives me a little bit more ability to hit Karelia, should I wish to. The downside of such a move is that if he fails Burma and this guy lives, I don't really have the opportunity to hit French Indochina with a fighter, because if I go 1, 2, 3. I'll have to land in Burma, which is not a fantastic idea to trade a fighter for maybe an infantry. All right. We move these guys. I picked 1 infantry up from here because I'm gonna hopefully scoop up the guy from Canada later. I will put the fighter here. Do I need to put it there? I mean, he can't hit this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to hit this transport. Super safe. Take some income out of Germany early, which is very nice. But poor Russia. This should be pretty good. I often forget that little guy in South Africa. Alright, everything there looks pretty dashing. Put a little marker here to let the US know they should defend that, because this Skiles guy has big balls, and it's important to try to classify your opponent's play style so you can adjust your play. If you're playing against someone who likes to play really risky, take 50-50 coin flips, IPC negative battles, you want to play a little tighter game. Whereas if you're playing against a really calculative player that's kind of, very reserved, you can press the issue and give him some borderline fights that you think he probably won't take because of their play style. So little things like that can help adjust your play to give you that tiny little bit of advantage that might just make the difference between winning and losing. And this Skiles guy, he's a risk taker, gosh darn it, and I'm going to adjust my play accordingly. I'm thinking, should I turn Submerge off on my sub? Because he seems exactly like the sort that would do a Pearl Light. But I don't think I will. I don't think I'll do that. Pearl Light is where you only send 1 fighter into Pearl Harbor. Okay. 2 artillery there. 2 infantry there. Okay, and well, I do have to say I like our opponent's position more than ours. Since that battleship lives and we have 2 transports right off the bat, we should be able to put an incredible amount of early pressure against Germany. And as long as we hold out with Russia for long enough, we should be able to make something happen. Okay, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for USA 1. Welcome back, it's USA 1 here, and let's take a look at what Skiles has done. So he bought 3 transports, infantry, and a tank, standard stuff. Did some interesting moves. He took the freebie transport, expected, hit Bury with the transport, which feels like a mistake to me because you almost never want your transport here and all the newly built transports put here, because he only has 6 land units that these 4 transports can move. 7 if you include the AA gun. So that means next turn he's going to have a logistical inefficiency. You want it in 61 or 36 so you can grab units on the islands, because he doesn't have enough units to support that. So that's pretty good for us. He did the Season 61. He didn't do the 2 battleships for safety, and he didn't get punished for it. So hit Yunnan, lost 1. What did he hit Yunnan with? Fighters. Wow, only lost 1 unit. Okay. Hit Szechuan, and we skunked him. That's a huge win for us. Traded 3 infantry for 2 land units and 3 planes. Man, yeah, this guy is ultra aggro. Ultra aggro. He wants to win, and he wants to win fast. So that's a big win for us. No losses in Anhui. Alright, so let's take stock of things here. Normally, I buy a destroyer here because I usually land in Morocco and plan for Germany to kill it. However, Germany has no planes that can hit C-Zone 13. He didn't buy a bomber, so I don't plan to invest in a destroyer. Instead, I'm going to buy extra land units. So this transport here doesn't, when it unloads in East Mexico, I can just move it to C-Zone 12 so it can hit France a turn earlier, rather than having to wait and invest in Navy that's probably not going to be needed. Alright, so let's hit the gas. So first things first, take Morocco. Don't really have any super tempting targets. I am a little tempted to hit this tank, but I think this fighter is better suited in Caucasus, where I will be able to get more done. So to defend Russia, even if I don't have any land units to go with it. This is just going to be a stalling game. We have a lot of pressure with the extra UK transport. We just need to survive long enough with Russia to take Germany apart. Or that's what I tell myself. Anyway, I have anything to hit with the bomber? Not really. Nothing this fighter can hit that's attractive. I guess we'll go with it from there. Okay. Move the fighter thusly. Where do I want this to start? I guess I'll move it here. I think since I already captured Norway with the UK, I think I'll just do a full unload here. Move the cruiser up. Where do I want this bomber? I'm not going to need the bomber to... I'm not going to need the bomber in Africa to, you know, double up with those infantry since they're dead. Let's send this fighter down here to reinforce India so I'm able to send more units at Germany from India and less to defend. Let's put this fighter here so it has a little bit more attack range. Move these guys down to Mexico. There. Move these blokes up here in case he does some weird Alaska hit. I have some pressure I can hit it with. I think that's all she wrote. Just need to remember not to forget that fighter. And I have forgotten that there before. Oh yes, let's change the defense profile to default instead of group submerge, where the sub submerges anytime it can. Whether it has friends in the sea zone or not, it abandons them without a single whit of hesitation or remorse. All right, Russia. Do I want more artillery? I don't know that it'll matter. If he wants to stack West Russia, I can't stop him. I think I just need to be defensive. I would like to kill this. It would be huge if I could kill it, so I could stop him from blitzing through. But at the same time, I want to keep every infantry I can to defend against Germany. I really hope I capture this, because if I don't, I will be unhappy. Do I send 2 infantry at it? It's like a 50-50 that I take it. Do I send 3? If I send 2, there's a pretty good chance that he'll survive. But on the downside, I'll have less infantry to defend. I think I send 3, that brings it up to about a 78% chance to capture. I just really want to kill it, because I want to force him to drop here and here, rather than down in where he can pressure India. The less pressure the United Kingdom faces, the more assistance they can send up versus Germany. Or that's what I'm telling myself. Alright. It's also really important that I take West Russia. I think it's like a 86% chance I take it. Oh, goodness. Son of a gun. Well, I guess I get nothing. Willy Wonka style. You get nothing. Yeah, if I went all the way, it was an 81% capture. But bad dice happen. Alright. Alright. Move that guy up there. Move our good friend there. Everything down. Our odds should be so overwhelming here that I can probably place the artillery there. Where do I want to place the artillery? It'd be nice to have some artillery to retake Archangel. I don't think he can stack. I'll put 1 artillery in each. I don't think he can stack Ukraine, so I'll have a chance to hit it. At least that's my plan. I don't think it matters a whole lot, so I won't invest too much brain power into it. Alright, well, we're making progress. Kind of sucked that he smoked me with that tank, but yeah, this will be a nail biter game. Alright, well, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for UK 3. Or UK 2, rather. Welcome back, it's UK 2. Let's take a look at what Skiles has done. 14 infantry and an artillery. Wow, that's a lot of money. How much did he have last turn? Let's see, that's 40... 246. Yeah, I guess he did have a lot of money. Alright, combat. He hit Northwestern Europe. We got 3 hitbacks. That's fantastic. Mostly because he used 7 infantry, no planes. He hit West Russia. Unfortunately, that was the more important battle. We got goose egg there. Tough crowd. Alright. So for this turn, I'm going to buy 7 infantry. Infantry and artillery mix. And I'm going to buy a fighter. I could buy a bomber here, but I'm going to prioritize fighters to help me defend against, just a flat-out blitz into Moscow. So I'm prioritizing defense because he's playing wild and loose, and we should win a long game if we have the option to get there. Okay, so for this turn, I'm going to take infantry and artillery. We're going to go ham there. I'm going to use that fighter here because I plan to land it in Moscow. This little puppy here, once again, I'm just trying to make him trade. If he wasn't blitzing me down like this, I'd just be hitting this with a tepid 1 infantry. However, he's not holding his punches. So, I don't really have any use for this fighter. I would ideally like to keep him. Should I keep that guy in Moscow too? It will kind of hurt my Burma trading, but this guy seems to have a strong propensity for risky fights, and he wants to end the game fast. And the fact that he didn't even use his fighters there in northwestern Europe tells me he wants to end the game next round if he can. So I'm going to do everything in my power to keep Moscow safe. And if I don't add a fighter there, assuming I take Ukraine, he has a 45-ish. Oh wait, sorry. Actually, let me run the calculator for you guys. What his odds on Moscow next turn are. I had it up for a little bit, but then it was gone. How many do I have there? It's important to calculate this out. So I'll have 18 infantry, 2 archer. I'll just say 19 infantry, 18 infantry, because I'm probably going to send a guy to take Ukraine. 2 tanks, 3 fighters. If I do that, he's going to have a 49% at Moscow. If I add an extra fighter, it goes down to a 30% chance at Moscow. If I add the bomber, it looks even better. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, not a lot else to do. Double hitbacks, that's not what we need. Okay. I don't think I have to defend this at all, right? He can't reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can't reach. Alright, let's move these blokes on through. I'm gonna send the AA back to India. Do I want to send one guy to Caucasus? I'm definitely going to send one here. Do I want to send one to Caucasus as a speed bump? Or just give it to him for free? I'm kind of leaning towards giving it to him for free, because if he pulls back and tries to stack Karelia and play like a standard vanilla game, well, that's a toughie. That is a toughie. I think I will put it here. I don't know if he actually has the odds to stack Caucasus if I buy more artillery next turn as Russia. I'm not completely sure on that. I don't know, but if he is gonna stack it, I'd rather just keep the guys alive to add to Moscow defense to drag the game out a little longer. Let's move him up. Move the Navy over to where it will be put to use. Submarine there. Oh, why did I move that sub there? That was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake to do that. I did not want that sub there. I must have been on autopilot. Okay, since that's the case, I'm going to be moving the sub here so he can't do a free C-Zone 64. I normally like to move the sub over around this zone where I can combine it with the UK plains, but since I misplayed there, I'm going to do it to defend Alaska, or at least if he wants to take Alaska, he's going to have to pony up a battleship or give me the transport for free. Alright. Man, these little double hit backs and nonsense like that are really hurting. Okay. Kind of hate sending the fighters there, but the fact that he kept all of his fighters in Belorussia screams that he wants to end the game next turn, and I am not inclined to give him good odds if he wants to beat his chest and force a conclusion to this game. Let's make his odds as gritty and terrible as possible. In fact, I could even add an extra infantry to make it from a 30% to a 20%. But we shall see. Even if he does take it, I should be able to recapture with the fighters and infantry here. Yeah, it's a minus 62 IPC fight for him with 19 infantry and minus 50 with 18. Wow, it's crazy. One infantry adds a minus 12 IPC extra. Crazy how that works. Okay. Move the guys over to West Russia to defend against a suicidal Japanese fighter? I don't know. He seems pretty all in, so that's what I am banking on. Yep, can't hit the guy in France. Should be good. Adding the extra artillery here because I want to go full offense on Germany, punish his extreme lack of defense. All right. Okay, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for USA 2. Alright, welcome back. It's USA 2. Let's take a look at what Skiles has done. I always have to see Skiles, check his name every time to make sure I'm getting it right. Okay, he bought 7 infantry and a bomber. He got the guy in Yakut. Finished all 3 of the brothers, all on his own. Looks like he sent a fighter there, which feels like a mistake to me, because he stacked Burma, and he has no odds at all on India. I ran it. His odds on India are like 20%. Like, and that's if he kills this tank. If he doesn't kill this tank, his odds are 8%. Like, there's no odds to be had there. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he wants to go into Africa. I don't know. But whatever he's doing, it is not terribly scary. He shouldn't have sent that fighter up there if he wanted to pressure an India hit, because it makes a huge difference. It like doubles his odds of capture. Anyway, gonna buy 2 transports, a bunch of infantry. I can't fully support this many transports, so I can either decide, do I have too many transports or too many infantry? And I'm going to err on the side of too many transports because there's no Alaska threat. Don't need to defend it. Okay, so first things first, I'm thinking of just hitting here in Northwestern or not. Or if I should push him out of Africa. I think I'm going to go for the Northwestern hit because it's IPC positive. He is kind of stretched thin as Germany as it is, and I really want to pick him apart and break open Karelia. I might run into some problems if he sends Japan into Africa, and then I have to send a bunch of units to clean it up. But if he does that, that should give me more than enough time to remove most of the German threat, for now at least. Alright. Should be IPC positive battle here. A little unsure what I should do with this bloke. I want to send him to help over there in Moscow, but if I send him to Egypt or Transjordan, Japan could kind of hit it pretty easily, and I don't want to encourage that, make it even more tempting than it is. So a little wiffle-waffly there on my part. But, hey. I think that's my only attack, right? Okay, AA, this is not the time for you to get your 1 and 6. Excellent hits. Okay, we've now confirmed... Well, I haven't confirmed whether it's AA first or AA second to last based on that, but I'm going to leave a map note there in any case, so I can remember. Okay, let's move that happy bugger over there. I was considering whether I should send these guys to... some of them to French West Africa, but I think it's better for me to send them all here so I could possibly do a med chuck, if that was my most fervent desire. Send these blokes over. Let's rectify our past mistakes with this submarine here. We'll send this guy over to India. Oh, wow. I didn't even include that US fighter in his India odds. Yeah, he has a... If he doesn't kill that tank, he has a 2.4% chance to capture India. No idea what he's thinking. Alright. I guess I'll send these blokes here. I'll send this guy over to Moscow just to give myself a little bit more defense for the, albeit unlikely, in-character YOLO attack on Moscow. What do I do with this fighter is the question. My first instinct was, well, you know what? I could destroyer block next turn. That might be the play. But I hate destroyer blocking. It's expensive. It's expensive. I think I'm just going to have to live with the fact that I might give him Africa income. Where do I place this happy little fighter? Filled with hope and joy. If I put it here, it can go to India. If I put it here, I probably want a destroyer block, but I don't know. I hate destroyer blocking. He bought 7 infantry, so he probably will be a logistical inefficiency if he does something. I don't know. What do I do with this guy? Do I just park it here in Gibraltar to threaten Libya, or... I don't know what to do with it. I can threaten Libya from here too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's I got 1, 2, 3. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Can't get that much done. If I put it in UK, if I put it here, he'll be in range of Moscow. Might give me a little bit more flexibility to... Might give me a little more flexibility to be aggressive with Russia if I add an extra fighter there. But since he's going for India, you know, I think I like it best to defend India. I'd really like to keep the fighters over here in the German theater rather than in India. And since I can't do anything next turn, do much with the US fighters, let's keep it like that. Okay, that looks to be about all I can do. All right. Let's think about this. How many guys do I have? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Definitely not enough to hit West Russia. Definitely not enough for that. So his hit, 10 infantry, 12 tanks, 5 fighters, and all. I should have more than, I should have enough to do that fancy attack there. I think I'm gonna have to leave Caucasus dry. Just to be ultra super secret safe. As much as I'd like to be more aggressive. Germany is quickly falling apart. We just need to last the storm. Just need to weather the storm. Do I keep this here or not? I think I pull it back. I believe that's the right play based on his posturing. Let's see, what's the attack scoreboard? Yeah, after this turn we should have a little bit of a lead. Russia's still not looking good, but neither is Germany. And if they want to defend Karelia, then they're going to have to leave these territories free for Russia. Okay. I'm just going to play into this guy's play style of super aggro, wanting to end the game. Super aggressive. Double check. Let me double check the odds here. I'll have 16 infantry, 4 artillery, 2 tanks, 4 fighters, and a bomber. Gives him a 23.9% chance to capture. If I reduce the infantry and put one in Caucasus, it increases it to 35.5. Based on how he's been playing, I think he'd go for a 35. So I won't give it to him. If he wants to win by playing super aggressive YOLO, then he's going to need to prove that he has the dice to do it. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for UK 3. Oh wow, he's going right at it. Alright, welcome back, it's UK 3. Let's take a look at what Skiles did. So, 12 infantry and a tank, aggressive. Well, hit Transjordan, 50-50, that's what should have happened. Hit France, we got a hit back. Ukraine, you got no hits. Karelia, tank for tank, okay. Nothing too exceptional this turn. Okay, so now that Russia gets a little bit of a breather, he's not going to be able to produce in Karelia. He's having to defend a lot of spots now. India should be safe. One of the problems is Africa, but, you know, you have to make sacrifices somewhere when you have these rough starts. So I'm just going to buy 7 land units to refill what I've lost, and 2 fighters to keep up the ability to defend. Okay, I don't think I'll be doing anything with these particular fighters. Let's try to keep all of our navy in one area. I'll hit here. Do I want to hit here with 2 units or 1? I think I'll do 2. I want to stretch this guy thin. He doesn't have a lot of resources. And I can decide next turn with US if I want to hit France or do a med shuck. Either of those would be reasonable. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else particularly outstanding. These guys I want to send back to India just to be cautious. I'll probably send them to Moscow, these Kazakh infantry. I am mentally debating if it's worth taking Baltic or if it's better just to go into Karelia. I think Baltic might be better. As long as I take West Russia, he can't send tanks back. So then I could just produce infantry there if it pleased me. I think I like this. I was a little tempted to hit France, but not quite there yet. I'd rather play it a little on the conservative side. France is a little risky. It's kind of a 50-50-ish battle. It should be better for me, but it could easily turn. I think this is all we want to do. It's gonna suck giving him free reign in Persia. Oh well. Come on, bombards. That was horrible. Well, at least it had a happy ending. Okay. Move this fellow down. I guess I don't have to defend C-Zone 13 since there's no bombers. I think I'll send these blokes there. Where do I want all of these fighters? I want, well, move the one with 2 movement range first. Where do I want this last bloke? I want him in maybe Finland to give me more options. How much do I need in India? First I want to pull that guy out. There, he's in danger. Inch him forward, or do I want to put him in a more annoying spot? Maybe I'll put him in a more annoying spot, like right there, so I can hit any of these areas regardless of where he places the destroyer. Well, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, how much do I need to keep India safe? Let's quickly calculate that out. I don't think I need everything, right? I don't think I do. How many fighters does he have left? He only has 3 fighters and a bomber. Not a lot left, and we're gonna have more than he ain't. Yeah, he has no chance even if I leave this guy here, which I do want to. He doesn't have fighters in range of Persia, and I don't want to give Germany a free blitz. There is some temptation to place this fighter in Karelia in order to be able to reinforce India, but it's a little risky. If I fail West Russia, which is possible, I only have 1 Russian fighter, if you guys recall. It's kind of hard to toe the line on risk and reward sometimes. I don't know, are we behind? Yeah, we're behind for sure. We are indeed behind. No, this is the best I can come up with. I'm not going to put any more artillery in India. We got enough meat down there. Well, we're not super behind. Once I'm able to start rushing more units into Karelia, I'll feel a lot more comfortable, because Germany has too much income for my taste. We haven't been able to stop him in Egypt and Africa overall, and that's not sitting super well with me. Oh well, we'll take it step by step. Okay, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for USA 3. Welcome back, it's USA 3, and let's take a look at what Skiles has done. So, 3 tanks, bomber, infantry, artillery, very aggressive approach, still capping out in Burma, don't know why, but I'm happy for it, and did a bombing raid, failed, took a bunch of freebies. So, when I looked at this board, I was thinking, you know, I could hit France. I could start a med shock. I mean, there's a couple things I could do, but I was thinking first and foremost, I want to clear Germany out of Africa, and after that, I can start to consider things like a med shock and among other options, because I just. I really want to play conservative. He's been making a lot of what I consider, strategic inefficiencies, and I think as long as I can stabilize the game, despite us being behind on attack power, I think if I can drag the game out, I think I will have an advantage over my opponent. So, slow and steady wins the race, and that's what I'm going to keep fighting towards. Even if it may not be the most super optimal thing I can do. So anyway, for this build, I'm going to buy a fighter, I'm going to buy a bunch of land units, probably more than I need, because I want to get some in Western US to start contesting a potential Canada hit. And for that, I'm actually going to... do I want to buy that tank? I really hate buying tanks, so I won't. So that's the idea. Okay, first things first, we take that. I was thinking, do I want to hit Southern Europe or Italy or those? And I was kind of conflicted. I was thinking it probably the best would be hit Italy, because I have a lot of planes that don't have a target, but when I got to thinking about it, I said, you know, I think it'd be better to chase him out of Egypt. He can, if he wants to swoop down into the southern Africas, he's going to lose Egypt the very next turn, and I think that's worth something. So that's what I decided to do, and of course I need to change the defense profile to carrier last in case he captures that and decides to hit my fleet. Because he does have odds on my fleet, but you know, if he wants to trade 5 fighters against this when I have a bunch of more navy coming in, you know, good on him. I'm going to hit this area here. Aerate it because I want to blitz through it with Russia, and I do actually have really good odds on Caucasus. I have let me see what I have pulled up there. It's a 12.2 IPC positive battle, but if it fails, if I get unlucky, it's only like a 62% chance. So if I get really unlucky there, I may just flat out lose the game. So I think I'm going to try to take the more conservative approach to just drag out the game and maybe eat up some of these income territories in the periphery. And I don't really want to land units here for a couple reasons. One, it's in range of these fighters here. They can go 1, 2, 2, 3 back. So I don't really want to give his fighters a viable target. And I can just blitz through with the Russian tank if that's what I want. So we're going to air raid it, as much as I hate doing those. And I think that's about it for combat. It feels really wrong not to hit Italy or France, but I'm just taking a more conservative approach because I think as long as I play it safe, I'm likely to win. And if I start taking risks, even if they're smart risks, I think that gives my opponent a larger window to come back. So, don't know if that's the right choice. If you guys in the comments want to give some input on what you'd do in this position, you know, that would be... Oh my god. Okay, good. Okay, we'll move these blokes forward. Let's move here. I'm gonna offload this guy here. I don't think I want to use... You know, I'll put 2 guys there. I don't really want to send more. More into Southern Africa. I'd really like to chase him out with just 2 infantry and a bunch of planes, ideally. Put these... do I want to put them there? Might be better off in India. Just to be safe, I'll load the guys there. Okay, so we got 8 units. 8 that can be moved with the transport. I'm going to be moving this guy here along with my fighter. I guess I'll move him down there. Does he have a bomber? He has a bomber here, but it's not a threat yet, so I'll just move everything down here for more Mediterranean muscle. It's my defense profile for UK. It's good. Okay. All right. Maybe I want to put the bomber here to combine with this sub in case he gets a little greedy. A sub and a bomber can take out a battleship, so we'll have that opportunity, or have odds on a battleship at least. All right, I think we're Gucci there. I'll add some infantry there. Maybe I'll... Is that enough? That's more than enough units. Yeah, it's kind of hard to balance things sometimes. I wish I had more transports, but this is what I got. Okay, we will buy 2 artillery and a buttload of infantry. Okay. Actually, yeah, he can retake Evenki, so I won't put too much pressure there. Okay. Would ideally like to take this He can't really take this back if I hit it. That's attractive to me. Well, let's see, actually. The Vologda tank can go here for extra muscle. Four of them should be. A bomber can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Okay, that attack suddenly got a little bit less attractive. Okay, maybe I don't want to overkill it there. Maybe I'll just hit with... do I even want to hit it is the question. Yeah, if I hit it, I want to hit it hard. Enough to where he won't have odds on it. That's just too many artillery. Okay, let's calc that out. Let's assume he gets a hit back. What would his odds be? A bomber against... Actually, I could just add an anti-aircraft there. His odds are poor. Okay, now next let's check to see what his Moscow odds would be. 7, 11. 7, 11. And I'm going to have 13 infantry, 5 artillery, 1 AA, 3 fighters. His odds are 8%. Okay, I think this is a good mix. Do I want to make this an artillery here? I think maybe I do want to make that an artillery and an infantry. They defend the same, and I really don't want to give that tank a second round if I get unlucky. Since he's going so hard on India, I should be able to reclaim these or hold these territories with a little bit more persuasiveness. Great, he didn't get a hit back. We take those. Okay, and this is very important because if I fail this, he can blitz into Karelia and potentially stack it against me, which... Okay, good. Succeeded. Okay, pretty good. Guess that's probably around what should have happened with what I hit with. Okay, we'll move 1 AA there. I'm a little tempted to just put an infantry here just to annoy him. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Odds to conquer 4.2%. Okay, I can live with those odds. All right. $18 income, not great, but could be worse. I'm just so happy he's going after India instead of crushing Russia. Giving them this flexibility here to take back some of that income is very nice. And we pulled ahead on attack power, so things are looking better for the Allies. I think as long as nothing crazy happens, we should start to snowball a lead once I'm able to get more guys flooding into Karelia. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for UK4. Welcome back, it's UK4. Let's take a look at what Skiles has done. So, he purchased 12 infantry, 2 artillery is reasonable. Free West Russia, traded fighters in Finland. Killed one, lost one there. Hit Baltic. Lost 2 there. Okay, so, decent-ish round. Nothing too impactful, though. Alright, so let's think about how we want to take this turn. I'm going to buy 8 land units and a fighter, because I'd rather have an extra fighter than an extra infantry. So let's start out here. I would like to soften Germany up if possible. Let's see, this little puppy here will obviously be taking France. These guys here gonna hit here. The question is how many fighters do I send? How many fighters do I send here? Or do I just skip France and use everything? Maybe it would behoove me to just leave France to the US to take. I think that's probably the smarter play. I think so, and I think I'll use an extra fighter to hit West Russia just to prevent nonsense. Should be a pretty IPC positive fight for us. Alrighty. Let's get to it. It's nice of him to offer these big chunks of infantry for us to trade on the cheap. Well, that wasn't great for us. Well, we lost more than we should have, but turned out okay. This is a more important battle. Ooh. Oh, he whiffed. I whiffed. Jeez. Trying to ask myself if I should capture that or not. I think I won't risk the... do I risk the plane? I won't. Or will I? Alright, I'll do it. And I suffer. I was thinking I could get more Russian income. That was a pretty crappy... we lost more than we gained. That was a horrible turn. When you lose more than you kill on the attack. That's a Greek tragedy for you. What can you do? Let's pull back because I have a feeling he's going to want to march on forward here. Ah, that really sucked. That really sucked. That was a bottom 8 or bottom 10%. All right. We'll roll with it. Still in an okay position. Germany's income is still pretty high, but their unit count is kind of middling. And hopefully next turn I should be able to really rack up the pressure once I land the US troops in Finland. Okay, well, it's still a tight game, but I am liking our position despite that pretty awful UK turn. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for USA 4. Welcome back, it's USA 4, and let's take a look at what our opponent has done here. 3 infantry, 3 tanks, fighter. Oh, nice. We got him to buy a destroyer with our annoying little subs. That's a huge win. Every time you get them to buy an extra destroyer, it's so worth it. That's why you don't want to suicide these subs in. Let them be annoying little wasps just saying, don't you dare spread out your fleet. Don't you hit these islands. I'm watching you. These subs haven't and probably never will attack anything the whole game, but they've already provided tremendous value. He's not getting the island scoops here. He's not taking Australia, Alaska. So we're looking pretty there. Okay, as for other things, I'm going to buy 2 more transports and 9 infantry. And hopefully we can start ramping up the pressure. So I had a little bit of a conundrum. Well, first we'll do the what I like to call the easy moves. Obviously, we're taking that. So I had a bit of a conundrum, and that is, do I hit Southern Europe, Italy, and all of that jazz, or do I hit Transjordan and try to wipe everything out? And, you know, if I do it this way, hit these, that's a lot of IPCs. That's 5, 7 IPCs. But when I think about it, I don't want these guys to get over here to either distract Russia, or sorry, not Russia, United Kingdom. And I think it is worth a slowdown to hit this spot here. It kills a lot of units. It kind of keeps Africa safe. Excuse me. And I think it's probably worth it. Probably. I can still use this one to hit hit Italy. I might hit it with 2 instead of 1. It's a little bit of a choice. I think I'm going to hit it with 2 because he's very limited on planes. So I would like to stretch his resources here. He has no real artillery. He doesn't really want to be trading. This plane can't fly. Bomber can 1, 3, 4. No, it can't reach. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think that will suffice for combat. Darn, I wanted to one round him. Once again, we risk planes. Okay, good. It's a 50-50 to capture, but it will help the UK, if nothing else. Put that bomber there for more pressure. Let's move this bloke back up here to have more pressure on Alaska. I guess I'm going to take the ones with 1 movement range, plop them here. I guess this guy can park there. Let's 1, 2, and the last one here to continue the med shuck. Yeah, that should allow me to continue the med shuck unabated. Maybe I only want 1 fighter here. Second one there. Maybe I don't want any fighters there. That's another consideration, and I could keep them here. Let's take a look at what sort of pressure we're looking at on India. He can hit next turn with 11 infantry, 4 artillery, 2 tanks, and 4 planes and a bomber, and 3 bombards, and we're going to have it is getting a little close. I'll add an extra fighter there. I'll put a little note here to defend. Okay, we'll move those guys forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's where you can land. I'm considering whether I want to just plop down this guy as kind of a sacrifice. I don't think I do. If he goes for Alaska, so be it. Maybe I can 2 waves him, 1 with this sub and then the next with the other. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Actually, what's this bomber's range? Not that great. Well, okay, I think this is good. I'm not, well, I think I will change my defense profile to, oh, it's already a carrier last. Perfect. Okay, I think we are good on this front. Yeah. Get some more money for the good guys. It's really nice not to have to protect against any bombers. Alright, what should we do with these Russians? I see infantry in your future. Okay. Well, obviously I'm gonna take that. I burned a plane for it. My original idea was to try to clean up here. But my reservation in doing so is it's freaking expensive to do so. I would rather... hit this. Will he have odds on this? He has a bomber. Let's hold off on sending those guys to Kazakh. Do I want to send that many? Maybe. Okay. So if I do it this way, that should, well, and I have the opportunity to blitz back. I want to try to cordon him off from this territory so I can keep these two. All right. So the next question is, what can he hit Moscow with? And so let's punch that into the calculator. 8 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 fighters, and I'm going to have 15 infantry. AA. No, 16 infantry. AA. 4 artilleries, and 3 fighters. His odds actually are a little scary. I guess I would probably add an extra infantry. Okay, that's probably good. Okay. Maybe I don't want to send 3. Maybe 2 is enough to hit. I'd prefer 3. He's very short on units. I'd like him to trade. You have to get a little aggressive as Russia against a Japan that's doing a Burma stack, because seriously, he will conquer the territory. Jesus Christ. That's not what I needed. That was abysmal. Wow. 100% hitbacks. Wow, that was terrible. On the attack, and I lost more than I killed. Ugh. Gives him a 32% on Moscow. Oh, that was so bad. Ugh. I think I have to give him the 32%. I don't want to give these for free. He only has 1 plane. I wonder if it's okay for me to not have added an infantry here. Because if he goes for that, it means I get to keep Novo. This is no. I think I just have to give him the 32%. Can't play perfectly safe. He is a risk taker. Well, I think this is a risk worth taking. I don't want him to hit this. If he hits this and takes it out, I can't blitz here. It really forces Japan to pull back some of their planes and divert their forces, and it's worth a lot of IPCs. So we are Yeah, we lost a bit of our lead this round. We got pretty poor rolls overall, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to repair India. Anyway, poor rolls or not, I think we're still in an okay position. So that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys next time for UK 5. Welcome back. It's UK 5. Let's take a look at what our opponent has done. So 14 infantry, took the free Karelia, hit 2, lost to Italy, nice for us. Hit 2, lost to France, good for us. No losses Northwestern, nothing West Russia, nothing Kazakh. So he took heavy hitbacks. Unfortunately, it's Russia didn't get any hitbacks, which makes things a little dicey here. So I had 2 potential options here. The first one was to go after these 2 places, or the second option was to go to Karelia. And if Russia were a little safer, I'd probably just hit France and Northwestern, but Russia is not safe, and I would like to break into Karelia and allow these US units to flood on through and start really making Germany bleed units everywhere. His income is insanely high for this point of the game, 47. So we're just going to repair India since he got a 6 on us, and I'm going to buy 8 land units, which is not as many as I need. So first, we'll take the freebie here. Then we're going to take the whole gosh darn fleet and slam it in. And I am going to send 1 unit back. Technically, if he wants to hit if he wants to hit India, I will need that second fighter to give him a 46% chance to capture, but I think that's just a number I have to give him. I don't want to send 2 fighters down. Let's see, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Nope. Can't go nowhere. Come on, bombards. All right. That was just okay. That was poor. I should have captured it, but it was still a good trade. The US will be able to go in at the very least. So next, I think, oops, can I not reach 2 fighters there? I guess I can't. Alright, I guess I'll take France via the Med since I have a lot of extra boats here. Alright. This little puppy goes over there. I'm gonna send him all the way down. I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to slink around across the world to get in a position to contest that navy. So be it. What's the US carrier last? We can get rid of that now. because I would like maximum odds on a potential Navy attack, which he could do. As unlikely as it would be, this man is a risk taker. Okay. Seems good. Have more fighters for India next turn. Really wish... Oh man, my dice have just been pretty bad this game. But we're doing the best we can with what we're being given. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. We've been losing our lead. But hopefully things should start... I keep saying hopefully things will start getting better, but they're kind of not. We've been bleeding too many units relative to what we should have. And Russia's and India are really perilous. I might have to give up India in 2 turns if things keep on going the way they are. So we'll see. So that's it for now, and catch you guys next time for USA 5. Welcome back. It's USA 5, and let's take a look at what our opponent did. So as Japan, he bought 4 infantry, 4 tanks. Looks like he's still going for a fast win here. Another 6 out of 6 in India. And he hit Evenki. Didn't get a single AA hit. Man. Just been getting slapped around this game, huh? Yeesh. Well, we'll roll with the punches. So I'm gonna buy probably my final 2 transports here, and we'll keep chipping away at Germany. Alright, so first things first. We'll use this transport here. Want to hit them. We're going to use this transport here. Slap that guy down. Do I have any targets for this? I'm going to need to defend this with the UK somehow. Oh, I'll think on it. What do I want to do with this bomber? I don't really have anything to hit, so maybe I'll do a bombing raid. He's been doing 6 out of 6 bombing raids, so surely I can do the same, right? I think I want to send this last fighter towards Russia. It's looking a little skinny at this point. Hate making choices like this. Just need to buy some time. But my rolls have just been atrocious, so I'm kind of losing ground when I should be gaining it. Well, can't complain about rolls this turn. Can't complain about perfection. Can't complain about perfection. I think I will keep this bomber there. Let's move the bomber over hither. Let's take these guys to help shore up Alaska. I do need to defend that. I might have to buy more Navy for UK to help defend some of these pitiful US transports that are going in naked. Yeah, I got India. Leaving map notes for myself just feels a little strange. I like this position. I can defend India, prevent some of his scoops on those islands. So that's good there. These fighters can defend India next turn if something strange happens. How safe is India? It's kind of borderline. Well, we kind of have to give people some borderline attacks if we've been getting diced this much. Oh well. Make sure everything's fine. Can move some of these destroyers out of here. Shift them up maybe if I decide to go C-Zone 8. I can use the US guys to shore it up. But one bomber battleship should be enough to defend C-Zone 3. And we... Oh man, Germany's just so rich. So rich. They should not be this rich, but they are. I should have moved some infantry over here just in case he hits it and I have nothing there, but it's probably not an attack he should be making. Alright. So I had a couple options here. I can try to hit this Evenki guy to prevent him from taking Vologda without risking a tank. But I'm not super keen on doing that. I'm starting to get it's starting to get a little dangerous for Russia. So this is a 70% capture. And I think I just have to live with that. I don't know. Should I add an extra infantry? I don't think I should. I'm just too frail. Okay, that's an acceptable result. That's the average result. So I should be pretty safe here in Moscow. So I think I'll send that fighter down there It limits the range of the fighter, so I can only trade these territories with it, but I think it's good to shore up India just a little bit. You shouldn't have odds there, but you never know when an opponent might start getting desperate. Let me see my defense profiles. Default. Okay, that's what we want. And I guess I really don't want to burn any more infantry. I really want to just wait for the Allied troops to flood in and kick the Axis's butt. But it's been pretty slow on that front so far. Alright, well, Russia's a little poor, but we're kind of keeping parity. And we should be far ahead, you know, we have the eco lead. But, yeah, I don't think Germany can hold out too much longer. Well, their income's pretty high, but they're having to trade here, here, here. Once the US moves in, they're going to have to trade these spots. They shouldn't be able to hold that for too long. So, cautiously optimistic, and I'll see you guys next time for UK 6. Welcome back, it's UK 6, and let's take a look at what our opponent did. Oh, he has so much money. Bought the 14 land units. Took Persia, took France, no losses. Lost to Italy, lost 2 in West Russia. So, yeah, we got a little bit below average, but nothing too exceptional there. Anyway, I am scared over here in India, and it's getting closer and closer to the point where I just gotta give it up to him. It's even to the point where I think I'm gonna skip hitting Persia just to save those extra units, even though they can hit it. So we're poor. Fixing India for 6. Find an AA for India, and yeah, 7 infantry. Let's rock on. So first things first, let's take how many units do I want to take? 1 there. I'll take 1 there so the US can have a bit stronger logistical pathway. And we're going to take Transjordan. And unfortunately, that's about all I can reasonably do. Really wish I had a bombard. What was his profile again? AA first or second to last? Okay, I don't know which. I could bombard Berlin. Maybe it's worth more. Maybe it's worth more. Because I definitely plan to smash that, right? As US, I mean, how can you not hit France there? I don't think it's worth it to skip out on yeah, US can take it just fine. I don't need to use the bombards. I would like to bombard Berlin. It feels a waste to have them, but Russia and India need these units more than sending them to hell via attacking Berlin, so hate these boring turns. A little tempted to send 1 unit to Persia, like something like this. I'm a little tempted to do so. No, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to give him a 50-50 or better. Let's hold off. It's not fun having restraint. Everything was successful. Happy day. That's not the unit I wanted to send. Okay, what are we gonna send here? I guess a battleship should keep it safe. I should be able to defend this with just what I'm sending up. I'll leave a little marker for me to remember to attack there. Make sure the fighters are actually in the sea. This submarine is closing in since he moved 2 destroyers there. I don't know why, but they did. And I think that's a wrap. Do I need these fighters here? I could move these fighters over to Moscow to reinforce India, because he's probably going to send those. Well, he can only send 2 here, so that's really not a big reinforcement. I guess he could move these tanks down, but yeah, I don't think I need to shuck away my precious fighters just yet. I'm saving them for marriage. Pretty dull turn. Yeah, we're actually behind. Our trades and hitbacks. Attacks have just been so awful this game. It's stunning that we're still in it. But I guess this is a perfect display of where good tactics can give you an advantage over good dice if there's a significant strategy gap. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys next time for USA 6. Welcome back. It's USA 6. And the bad luck streak continues. He hit India, and I double-checked. I'm like, that's odd. I thought India was super safe. It was a 22% capture for him, and he got a top 15% result. So supposed to be negative 50 IPCs for him, and I should have had 5 fighters and 2 artilleries left with average results. That did not happen. So here we are in the depths of despair, questioning our life choices. So we move on. Gonna buy 12 land units and a bomber. I'm specifically using these transports here because they won't be able to reach back to the mainland. Son of a gun. Well, we will move on, I suppose. That should be good. Yeah, this bomber would have to land there if I sent it in. Six hits, 2 AAs. I can't retreat. They'll just... Six out of 7. That was a below 1% result. That was abso-freaking-lutely ridiculous. Oh, we got good West Rush. We did great in West Russia, right? At the end of the day, isn't West Russia really the way you want to gauge your success? Still gonna leave those buggers there. I was complaining about India, huh? Well, who needs planes, really? Guess I'll put the fighter there so I can maybe hit France or something. My god, this is a demoralizing turn. Do I leave these guys here? I don't know, I guess I will. I'll pull them back or something. Will I have enough to feed all those transports? I guess I will have enough to feed them all. Power. He can hit me with 23. My God. How much do I need to defend with here? He has a 50% chance to take Moscow. Map notes. Not relevant to me. Well. Guess I can say it's AA first. Keep that note up. My God. My God. How am I still in this game? I don't know that I am. Alright. See you guys next time for UK 7. And, I mean, it can't get any worse than that, right? Welcome back. It's UK 7 here. And let's take a look at what Germany did. All right, so took Kazakh, no losses. Lost to West Russia, failed Bellow. Interesting. Wait. He took Baltic states, lost one. Okay, Transjordan failed. Okay. All right. Well, decent rolls for us. Heaven knows we need them, so let's just buy a bomber and more land units than we can stuff. All right, for this, I don't think I'll be able to defend my... Well, I should be able to defend. Should be sufficient. Good God. All right. I think that makes the most sense. All my US planes. Do I want to hit this or leave this for the US to hit? Because the US doesn't really have any other targets, so I might be better suited. Skipping, I don't know. No, I think I'll move forward like this anyway. It'd be nicer to have the US move into trade with Japan than Germany, so Russia gets the income. I was a little tempted to hit this Persia with Persia bomber infantry combo, but that wouldn't be wise, it would be desperate. Though I probably am getting close to the point where I should be getting desperate. Nice. Take it. And now the diciest one. Two IPC gain. God, that's garbage on the attack. Man, when you just get these games where your opponent's making tons of tactical blunders and making all sorts of mistakes and you're still getting your ass handed to you, it's a little demoralizing. Let's see, this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot reach C-Zone 3 with the bomber, so I don't see much purpose in defending it. I guess I can just plop this here to be annoying. Yeah. Guess I can move these guys here because he's not going to want to just send 2 tanks versus this. That would be a silly move. But 1 tank to capture might be worth his while. Or that's what I'm telling myself. I tell myself a lot of things. I told myself that India was safe with a 22% capture. I told myself this was a 95% capture and like a 90, oh my god. And I got a sub 1% result there, so I tell myself a lot of things, but they don't always seem to be correct. Things are only going to get harder when Japan starts going into Africa and I have to send the US to try and contend with them. Whereas I really want the US to be trading out with Germany here and there, and they're still making ridiculous amounts of money. Alright, well that's it for now. See you guys for USA 7. Welcome back. It's USA 7. And our opponent bought more tanks, infantry, hit Egypt, no hitbacks, one hit back Logda, what did he hit Belorussia even with? Tank and bomber, no hitbacks, man. I'm about to lose. I can't keep hemorrhaging units with these horrible trades. He's about to blitz all over Africa. Like, originally my plan was like I have a super attractive hit on France. Like, really good odds here, but I don't know if I can do it, because if I just let him take over here, then I don't know if I can even stop him, is the thing. Yeesh. I think I have to, though. Well, anyway, let's buy a fighter. Land units. hitting France? Am I trying to take out these guys here? Once these start blitzing over, that's so much income. It's gonna take me so long to contest it. But I can only hit one or the other. I think I have to go for France. I don't want to go for France. I just don't have any good options at this point in the game. I don't have any good options. Kind of just... I've just been diced too hard. He's gonna take a bajillion income. Ugh. What can you even hit? I don't want to hit that. I'd have to land the bomber in northwestern Europe. I think this game's just a loss. I think I just have to try and pummel Germany and see if I can kill them. I don't think I can play the long game. I have to hope he gets reckless and just lets me take him out. Do I add a bomber? Maybe I do add a bomber. Average IPC gain goes up by 8 if I use the bomber. Chance to capture goes from 67 to 84. No, I can't sacrifice the bomber here. I have to play greedy. I have to hope I get good dice. I can't win with average dice. I've been beaten down too much. He went bomber first? I still have to roll again. Jesus. This is getting ridiculous. Okay. I have to change tactics here. I've basically have to YOLO Berlin. And that's really my only chance. Or I can just try to YOLO Caucasus and hope I get really good dice. But does that even change the game? Let's say I get really good dice in Caucasus. Okay, let's say I get amazing dice and full clear everything. How much money does Russia even have? 15? I can buy 5 infantry. What can you hit me with? 1. You hit me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units. More to come. Oh, and he has all these tanks that he can just send up. How do I win from here? He's going to take a ton of income from Africa, and I won't be able to stop him for at least 3 turns. I'm already at an income deficit to him. I don't have any pressure in Karelia. How do I win? I win, I guess, by taking Berlin. I have to do it with just the piddly amount of units UK has. I think I'm just... There's no way that works, though. I have 6, 7, 8, 9 units and 3 bombards. There's no way that works. No way. Okay, I think I'm just gonna YOLO Caucasus and hope I get a lucky strafe. I'm just getting the dice slapped out of me with these just super major battles over and over and over, getting absolutely wrecked. Alright. Don't try this at home, kids. Implausible, huh? I agree. It's a -3 IPC fight. Oh, that's not what I needed. Do I pull back? Do I pull back? No, I don't pull back here. Well, I got a good result. Certainly got a good result. Wait. Yeah, what was my result? Got a top 21% there. Now the question is, do I move that AA to Caucasus or not? I move the AA, it's an 80% capture. If I just sit on my ass, what are the odds of his capture? Almost 0. Okay, so he's gonna want to go for this. Doesn't really have any odds this turn. All right, well. The funny thing is, sometimes I actually get frustrated by getting good dice in these situations. I'm just getting this game. I'm just like, I just want to be out of this game, and then I get I get a good roll, and I'm like, I got a good roll. God damn it! All right, that's it for now. See you guys for UK 8. All right, hello everyone. It is now UK 8, and let's see what our good friend Skiles has done. So he decided to hit Caucasus with 7 units. As you can guess, with our luck, I don't think we shot a single AA gun is hit thus far. Maybe it hit in India. Probably not, considering how badly we got trounced. But I don't know. 6 AA shots, surely something hit, right? Well, anyway, doesn't matter. We got trounced. None of his fighters lived. And we are living in dark times. So, I ran the numbers. And pretty much no matter what I do, he is going to have 92% to, if he plays it right, he's going to have a 99% chance to conquer Moscow next turn, pretty much no matter what I do. So, I can either sit here and wait for my head to get chopped off and definitely lose, or since he decided to vacate Berlin and stack France for God knows what reasons, he still gave me odds again as the US. I can take Berlin. I have a 33.3% chance of taking Berlin, and I'm definitely going to do that because trying to slow play him and choke out Germany is just not going to work. I'm going to lose Moscow in 2 turns. And yeah, it's gotta get stuff done while we can. All right, so let's just get to it. Gonna buy a bomber, 3 infantry, 3 artillery. It's just the best way my money can be spent. I'm going to take this because money is good. $14 versus 14 though. He has bigger numbers than me, and my bombards are a one-time use item. But I gotta do it. Gotta do it. It's my best chance. I have a 1 in 3 chance of winning, or if I take it, or maybe not even winning, a chance at the game, or a pretty much guaranteed loss if I don't take this. So this is the sort of thing you have to recognize when you're playing a game, is sometimes a bad attack on Berlin is your best move. It's a minus 16.7 fight, but the numbers really don't matter. I have to take it. And I will. Implausible. I know. Trust me, I know it's implausible. Nice. Nice, that's what we need. Oh, Jesus Christ. One hit. Well, it's nicey. All right, we got it. We got it. Now, where I want to put this AA is actually really important. I'm going to put it here to block off a tank blitz into Corellia, because I can't really afford any distractions right now. May seem like a waste, but well, yeah, it's I can't really afford to play with Japan and Corellia. Do I leave this fighter here? Or not? He has a... What are his odds? No, let's change our defense profile to bomber first. So, is that what I want to do? So basically, if I evac this guy from Russia, he has a 40% chance of taking Moscow. And I think, knowing this guy's place, maybe I won't do. Maybe I'll just leave that there. If I can delay him from taking Moscow one more turn, it makes an enormous difference in the result of this game. Makes a huge difference. That said, next turn, assuming I clean out France, he's going to have, I'll just assume, 6 infantry left over. And then it's going to be 6 on 6 plus a bomber and 3 bombards. Pretty decent odds. I think it's best to keep the fighter here. Or that's what I tell myself anyway. It's also kind of funny when UK gets like ultra rich 75 IPCs, but I only have 1 industrial complex. I can't really spend this money. So, this game is bad for my heart. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for UK 8. Welcome back. It's USA 8. Let's see what our good friend Skiles has done. What's the board now? Axis lead again? Well, looks like, as per his style, he did a suicidal 7% Russian attack, and he got exactly the result he probably should have gotten. Killed 3, lost everything. Killed Caucasus, not a single hit back, which is actually damningly bad for us. If we got even 1 or 2 hit backs, we would have much better odds of holding. Like if we got 2 hitbacks, our odds of holding Russia would go to 59%. As they stand now, it's a 92% loss or more. Anyway, I'm gonna buy a bomber, bunch of land units, and we're hitting France for the umpteenth time. What? Huh. Well, huh. You know, I would say I'm ahead at this point, but if I get a bad France attack, I mean, what were my odds to capture it or to clear it? It's a 73% to clear. If I flub that up and he retakes Berlin and then I get really unlucky, he could hold it a turn. He'd have Moscow. I think he had a shot, an outside shot, but well, I'll take it. This game was an absolute nightmare to play. This was an absolute nightmare to play. Oh my god. Oh, this. Oh. Well, you know, just shows that gumption and sticking through and having a plan, even if it's a plan with a low chance of success, it's still the right, you know, if you can still come out on top sometimes, even from seemingly unwinnable situations. So anyway, good game to my opponent. Oh, and I am so glad this game is over. Thank you for all the new and old watchers, the new subscribers, and especially the commenters. Thank you again. You guys help motivate me to keep pumping these out. If you have any requests or things that you guys are looking for in my commentary or games, I kind of just ramble what comes to mind while playing, trying to give a little bit of insight into the how and why of what I do. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.